This video here is for the Karl MJB3. Let's start over here first and start over with that. You have an intensity meter that's going to come with this system. It's going to come with a couple of manuals here, a maintenance manual and a regular operation manual, a few spare parts, some lubricant. Over here you got another mask holder, and you have 3 chucks. Also, we're supplying you a brand new lamp and a parabolic reflector. This thing right here is your intensity, your lamp source. Right now it is set for 200 watts right now. It's pretty much, you would just fire this on by turning this on and then hitting this green lamp on right here and let it warm up for half an hour, a few hours. And how you know you got a light, as you can see the light shining through the fins up here. This right here is your pneumatic vacuum. As you can see, we got a vacuum pump hook up here. You will need to supply a vacuum pump for this system. And then you have your air, compressed air. There's one set for 4 bars. And then you have the one set for 2 bars. And then you have your nitrogen here set for 1 bar. You would just turn this to make it go up or down. These are your pneumatic switches to turn on the nitrogen and air pressure, and this is your purge for your chuck. Now over here is your system. Now starting from the top is basically your microscope is right here. You have your lamp with your lamp source here. So if I click the light right here, you can see that the light will get brighter. And you would adjust it to whatever is best for inside the microscope. I can't really show you inside the microscope. Oh yeah, you can. But I can't move the thing around to show you. But as you can see, it's clear. Here's the other side. Not that easy to do. Okay, and you have your handle right here to be able to adjust the microscope over the mask. And once you release it, it locks. So you can see it's not moving. So they hit the 2 buttons back here. I can move it, release it, it won't move. You have your focus right here. You have your control panel here with the power. Then you have soft contact, vacuum mask. You have 2 indicators here for contact or separation. And then you have exposure. These would all be controlled by these bottom knobs down here. This right here is your contact. This will actually raise the chuck and lower it a couple of microns. And as you can see, I can change the status of the separation and contact. Once you separate it, you can go ahead and adjust your Y and your X and your theta to align your mask to your wafer. And the other thing right over here is to raise and lower your chuck. I'll show you a little bit more on that, but this is what puts vacuum on the chuck or releases vacuum to the chuck, and also aligns your your chuck to the bottom of the mast to make it nice and even. You also have objectives on here on your microscope. You got 4 of them. You got 5, 10, 20, and 32. So there used to work. You would go ahead and align everything around. You would set your switch to your timer right here to whatever you want. I got right now set to tenths of a second. So this is only gonna, I got this set right now for, once you move the handle, I got it basically set for a second. And I would hit the exposure. And as you can see, the thing slid forward, exposing it. And then sliding back after it timed itself. So once you would go ahead and line everything up around here, then what you're going to do is you would basically hit the button, and then you'll see that this is timing down. Now, if I was going to take apart the chuck part, I want to show you, you loosen up these 2 screws and slide your mask holder out. This is the mask holder. Underneath this mask holder is a mask. In order for me to release this, right now as you can see it doesn't move, I would come over here and unclick the button to vacuum mask, and then I can lift this right up. Okay, now also underneath here is to show you how to lift the chuck. Is when I pull this lever, you can see that the chuck gets raised and lowered. So now it's up, now down. And what it does is, right now once it's up, it's putting nitrogen to nitrogen purge on it, and then when I bring it down, it pulls vacuum on it. Sorry, other way around. Pull and vacuum now, and then when I bring it down, it's got pushing air on it so I can move it around. And now I can't move it. So when you load it, you also want to be able to slide it over this way, and this is where you can go ahead and move things around, and you can bring it back over to slide it in to line it up. Now on the back of the systems, it's got a lot of wires that interconnect with each other, but the main thing back here is you're going to have your main hookup lines, which is this one right here is your nitrogen, this one is your vacuum, and this is your compressed air. Everything else, these black lines are all interconnected to the system itself. These 2 little knobs right here are to adjust the flow of the piston going forward and back to the exposure. Runs off of 110, which is your 110 line here, and you have 110 volt line that goes to your lamp source. Now I'm going to turn the lamp source off. And then open up the back here. And there is your lamp with the parabolic reflector. And there's where it goes into. You just push it in there, close it up. And that concludes our demonstration.